Paradise. They call it paradise. But what is paradise when your heart is chained to a place you never wish to be? Mocked with a so-called love, a forced bond, one within epic that Odysseus has no desire for and no escape from. How do you fight when what should be beautiful is in fact your prison? Epic the Musical's Love in Paradise explores the anguish of forced love, unwanted desires, and the quiet, aching powerlessness of a man trapped by destiny. I've wanted to talk about Jorge Rivera-Herrans' Epic the Musical. I've had the songs on loop. Had the songs on loop before I figured out it was part of a musical as well. So, yeah, I think Love in Paradise is a very interesting song for reasons I'll touch on, but just the play between the kind of tragedy and the kind of dual perspectives of what's actually happening is very captivating from a musical standpoint, as it's a duet. Technically, is it a duet? Okay, bar my lack of musical context. But yeah, it's duet slash a perspective shift, because the entirety of the song is from Athena's perspective, but we're walking through it with Athena at the final point. So first, initially, Athena's going through what we've already gone through in terms of all the previous songs.
I swore that you were dead when you washed up on my aisle.
Seeing for the first time, or hearing for the first time, the immortal Calypso. All cards on the table. Calypso might be my most favorite character within it. Why? I mean, Calypso is played by the talented Barbara Ngwe. Barbara Ngwe is Kenyan, so I have a very I'd say I'm more entwined with that, just as a "woo, you go girl" perspective. So yeah, so I mean, the immortal Calypso, played by Barbara Ngwe, has put her goddess's gaze, or has Odysseus under her spell, declaring him the love of her life, that he is to spend the rest of his life in paradise with her. In an island one can't come and go as they please. And what this means to Odysseus is that he'll never get the chance to see his son and wife ever again. So this is why I'm torn. Not torn like, oh, they should be together, just torn because I can see the perspectives. It's not necessarily the best perspective from Calypso's point of view, and as a listener, you get very entwined into Odysseus's perspective. But if you look at it from Calypso's point of view, all she wants is the best of him, just as long as he's staying there with her for the rest of his time. And as we all know, that's one entrapment, technically. So yeah, and understandably, the entirety of Odysseus' journey has been to get back home, from Troy all the way to Ithaca. Every step he's made has been for that purpose. And he's finally gotten to the point where he's constantly battled, and he's gotten to that fight he no longer has control of. So yeah, weirdly enough, the song's title, Paradise, Love in Paradise, is ironic, almost. Just context that when love is forced, it becomes a burden, and when paradise is imposed, it becomes torment. Odysseus' helplessness is not just physical but emotional. Every moment on this island bleeds onto the next, lost in the days, as we hear it's nearly been 7 years of him being there as well. And Calypso offers him her love, her paradise, but these gifts are laced with chains. Even the gods who granted him victory after victory now revel in his captivity, as you'll see later on with spoilers. With now Zeus, for example.
Every friend, I saw them die, and all I hear are
Find you,
screams.
come back
So
inside
then we're left with Odysseus. Odysseus on a metaphorical ledge with just the singlest lyric stating that he just wants to close his eyes, remembering all he sacrificed and being trapped from his goal of seeing his wife and family, hearing the screams of those he sacrificed, the voices a cacophony of his guilt. These screams mirror his internal torment, a reminder that while he endures, the price of his survival has been devastatingly high. And once again, the one moment Odysseus isn't fighting for his life is the one moment he's begging for his death. Perhaps the only escape from his torment. Love in Paradise captures this exact moment, the intersection between beauty and anguish, of longing and surrender. It is not just a song of unrequited love from Calypso's point of view, it's a song of detailing the quiet agony of powerlessness. Powerlessness Odysseus faces, brought to his knees by forces beyond his control, calling onto the name he hasn't uttered in years. Athena, call for help that's finally heard. And let me know if there are other feelings, or share with me your love about Epic the Musical down below. And subscribe if you want to hear about more life lessons from media, be it video games, animations, videos, and musicals. Clearly. So yeah, peace. I think with the amount of times I've listened to Epic the Saga, that's also kind of worrying. Love in paradise, you'll be my arms and I. No, no.